Good morning, Nigeria. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's been such fantastic.
Okay, just
Wednesday,
breathe.
I'll
Just breathe.
say.
Take a breath.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, everyone. And you know what that means?
I think
it's time to refresh.
Yes.
It's time to recharge.
Yes.
It's time to bring all those positive vibes to you right here live on Wake Up Nigeria.
Of course, good morning once again, everybody. Wednesdays are for those feel-good moments.
Yeah.
And we are always here to ensure that we sprinkle that feel-good goodness onto your day. Just 2 more days to the weekend.
Indeed.
Let's keep the energy going and make today as wonderful as it can be.
Absolutely. Speaking of wonderful, I love that sleeve.
Ooh, thank
the
you.
elaborate sleeve is wonderful. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. A suit with a sleeve. I don't know. I never thought about it, but it's working.
Oh, well.
Or should I say it's giving?
It's giving. You know, I wouldn't wear anything that doesn't give. It definitely has to give. Right. So whether you're getting ready for work, already out and about, or just chilling at home, we are here to make sure your Wednesday morning is full of joy, laughter, and of course some good inspiration.
I thought you were going to say it's giving joy, giving laughter, giving inspiration. I was expecting that's what else. I'm just saying we had a giving thing going on.
See, that's your thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's.
But
I'll just leave it to you.
We have quite a fantastic lineup for you today. I've already started having some coffee. I know there's some tea somewhere around here. Make sure you find your pap, your custard, your oats, whatever it is you're going to have for breakfast. And yeah, enjoy the next 1 hour, 45 minutes with us.
My name is Emel Kwache.
And I'm Titi Layo Oyinsong. You can, of course, stream this show live on tvcentertainment.tv or on GOTV channel 16, UHF channel 49, and StarTimes channel 121.
Of course, remember to stay connected with us on social media. Follow us on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok. We are at TVC Entertainment _. Remember to use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We want to hear from you guys. You know what? Even if you don't have anything to say to us, just tell us how we look.
Tell us we are giving.
We are giving the gift. We are the gifts that keeps on giving.
Yes, so, oh man, when I think of gifts, I start thinking about December. Corner.
You know, I don't know, for some funny reasons, I am most excited about this
Christmas?
particular December. I don't know why, but I guess I'll figure it out later on. But hey,
my palm is scratching me. What does that mean?
Money! It better be a money December. Let's dive into what we have on the show today, shall we?
Yeah.
Of course, we hit it off with birthday shout-outs. Yes, where we celebrate you and your loved ones.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything.
Then, of course, we'll be having a conversation on nutrition. Ifeoluwa Oyebola is a dietitian and brand manager for Aviland Foods and Supplements. Now, it's a company that produces 100% natural herbal teas, healthy foods, supplements, spices, and seasonings.
And on our relationship conversation this morning, Olaiwola Abiola is a certified professional mental health counselor with a specialization in relationship and marriage counseling. He uses his background in counseling and psychology to empower individuals to transform their personal relationship and professional lives. Today, we talk about the impact of infidelity in marriage.
Now, one of the ladies who has been known as the Queen of Talk is a quintessential event host, MC, conference and panel moderator, and amazing woman. We're talking about Joyce Daniels. She's one of Africa's foremost sought-after event hosts, hosting over 1,000 high-profile events for companies, institutions, and various events in the sector. We can't wait to have a conversation with her very soon.
And for a musical performance this morning, dynamic Afro-pop artist Mo Z embodies the heartbeat of modern African sound. And today, he will be serenading us with his beautiful tune.
All right, Wake Up Nigeria. We have a Wednesday show, and all the ladies are complete when Winfrey arrives. How you doing?
I'm good.
What's going on? Yeah? Yeah.
I'm at the verge of snatching something, but I'm
What?
good.
What, my cup?
No?
What? You sure? My wig? What did I do?
No, somebody. Not
me.
you, just
Okay.
generally.
Just checking.
Just in
Sometimes I
general.
just have to check. But I wanted to touch on, okay, so you guys should ask me where I was yesterday.
Oh, God. Where were you yesterday to do?
So,
Wicked human.
Where were you yesterday about
Yes,
ask
I
answer?
was at a meet and greet yesterday for AFRIF with John Boyega.
oh, so you eventually went?
Yeah, I went to. I
Did you invite him for the show?
So, you know, he's been on the show before, and we're hoping that he could come on the show sometime this week. He is flying out soon and has a lot of obligations with AFRIF presently.
Yeah.
But it was interesting what he was discussing. The industry as a whole, a lot of amazing actors came around. Gideon Okeke, Toby Bakre, and some amazing directors and producers. Jade Oshiberu was there, for instance. Great circle of people having a conversation about the industry and how to move the industry forward.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's
Talking
AFRIF,
about,
and I mean, AFRIF
John
does that every
Boyega.
single year.
Yeah, even talking about John Boyega, I mean, I'm just sort of trying to figure out why I mean, we understand he's here for AFRIF, but then the impact of, you know, some of the Nigerian Hollywood actors and, you know, what they intend to do in sort of, you know, making their mark and leaving their footprints also in the movie industry in Nigeria. But I'm sure, we'll have more of that conversation later on. And we have to take the weather now.
Okay. Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Onyison. Thank you for joining us. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has terminated the terrorism and treason charges brought against the nationwide protesters by the Inspector General of Police, Justice Obiora Egwuatu, struck out the charges upon its withdrawal by the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, on behalf of the federal government. Celestina Iria reports.
Upon the President's directive, the Attorney General of the Federation, through the Director of Public Prosecution, approached the Federal High Court to exercise Section 174 of the Constitution to take over the case from the Inspector General of Police. President Bola Tinubu had on 14 November ordered the AGF to drop all charges against the nationwide protesters, majority of whom are believed to be minors. The Nigerian police had on 2nd November arraigned 76 minors on charges of terrorism and treason. At today's proceedings, the AGF requested for invocation of the same Section 174 of the Constitution to discontinue the trial of 119 accused persons. Following no objection to the request from various lawyers representing the accused persons, Justice Egwatu granted the request and struck out the charges. Although the accused persons were not in court, the judge ordered their immediate release from the remand center.
It's a state offense. If the alleged offense has been established, it is a state high court of Kano State that will try this matter, not federal high court. It's a protest. I've never seen a protest has become a crime only in Nigeria.
Shortly after the court's ruling, the defendants arrived at the court premises. They were pleased with the discharge of the case against the earlier ruling of the court, which remanded them in Bolster Center and adjourned to January 2025. The protesters were handed over to their respective state governors by Vice President Kashim Shettima on behalf of President Tinubu. There are 76 protesters from Kano expected to depart Kano for Abuja today in a chartered flight paid by the Kano government. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.
And now outside Nigeria in the USA, voting has ended in the fiercely contested presidential election. Former President Donald Trump, flying the Republican flag, is seeking a return to the White House after an unsuccessful attempt in 2020. The Democratic Party candidate, Vice President Kamala Harris, in this election signifies the possibility of having the first female president in the USA. There will be more updates as the election results unfold. And now for some sports news. United States international Malik Tillman scored and assisted at PSV Eindhoven beat 10-man Girona in the Champions League. Now, in England, two quick-fire goals from Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo put Liverpool firmly up with a 2-0 lead over Bayer Leverkusen. In Spain, defending champions Real Madrid's early season struggles continue as they trail by 1-2 at the Santiago Bernabeu against 7-time champions AC Milan.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
You be like person At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go.
I can. That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for #1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now. His name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym though, you're getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No. Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see some spoils.
That woman.
Damn!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
Hello everyone, I am Mufasa. I'm a personal trainer at iFitness Acme, and today I'll be bringing you a short, high-intensity interval training routine that can be done at the comfort of your home. Let's do this. So now, we have 3 exercises. Now, each exercise is going to last for 30 seconds. For the first one, we have jumping jacks. For 30 seconds. Good. You move for 30 seconds. Keep it going. Now next, we're going into high knees. High knees. This way. You move. Make sure you breathe while you're doing that. Good. Just keep it going. Keep it going. High knees. Now for the third one, we have skaters. Skaters is this way. Boom. Just move side to side. No pressure. Just breathe and keep moving. Good. 30 seconds. Now for the fourth one, we have burpees. Burpees is this way. Down and up. Easy. Down and up. Down and up. Good. Just keep it moving. Boom. Now to round up, we have squats. Bodyweight squats. Boom. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Good. Breathe. Breathe. No pressure. Good. Boom. And with that, we have 1 complete round of high intensity interval training. You rest for 1 minute and you go again for 4 rounds and we're good to go. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
And put her on camera.
All right, then it's Wednesday, and as always, we ladies are right here for what's up and about. Now, what indeed is up and about? In a lot of homes, there has been a system of rationing, rationing food at this point due to how expensive all the ingredients and market produce and groceries have become over time. There were some staples that you just always used to have in your kitchen and you just like, it's always there. Things like milk, you know, things like chocolate beverage, things like sugar, you know, margarine, butter. Those kind of things were always just there. You just know it's a standard. You open either your fridge or your cupboard and at least a small sachet will be there waiting for you. But things seem to have taken a turn. Now we're hearing of families, couples dividing their, you know, what they buy from the market amongst everybody and saying, okay, you know what, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours. And also banning and removing some things from their shopping list in entirety. Now, there was a video that we saw online of a particular lady who found her, I think her daughter, right? Yeah. Daughter preparing a chocolate beverage in a pot. And apparently she used the whole can. So
the whole can of what?
The whole can of chocolate beverage, the green one. And if you know how much that cost is
to make hot chocolate.
Make hot chocolate. A whole pot.
How old
of
is
this
this child?
So she didn't look like she was more than 10.
She was beyond 10, yeah.
10.
Maybe like 8.
Yeah, she didn't look like she was more than 10. She obviously couldn't understand the pain of the mother.
Who put on the cooker for her?
No. Wait. Put on the cooker for who? She's making hot chocolate now. She puts it on herself.
Like that she put on the cooker herself?
Yes, she put it on the cooker herself.
And then, so where was her mom when she was doing all of this?
You see, so all these questions, eh?
No,
For a 10-year-old, for a 10-year-old, I feel there are certain things a 10-year-old should be able to. Something I've actually realized in recent times is that it depends on what you start teaching your kids and at what age you start teaching them. Kids actually assimilate really fast. So she actually put on the cooker herself.
I mean, I understand giving them some level of independence, even as they grow older.
But a 10-year-old should be able
because
to
she's
make
a preteen. She's a preteen. So if you're giving her a jug filled with hot water to make tea, that's okay. But giving them access to the cooker without an elderly person, an older person, and adults in that space, sort of monitoring what she's doing. I don't know.
I don't think monitoring should even be. If we talk monitoring now, monitoring the child even making the Milo now comes into question because for some reason that whole can, I said the brand in there, so that whole can entered the pot. So fine, supervision on one hand, the mother's response is the other. So that was where Winfrey said she had an issue, the way the mother reacted to and the words that she was using during the video that she posted.
Oh, well, so watching the video for me, it was just like, okay, fine. I mean, as kids, I remember a time growing up, my mother sends me to buy meat.
Okay.
She sends me to the market to buy meat. So I bought the meat. When I came home, she said I should boil it, and I boiled it.
Okay.
Then I put it on the fire and in my mind, when meat is still red, it's not cooked.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
So I was boiling the meat. I was waiting for the meat to change color.
Wow.
So that's pale brown color.
And it didn't.
I left it to 18. I kept on adding water. I didn't change. My mother now called me. Winfrey.
Wow.
That meat's still on fire.
Okay.
I was not explaining. Do you get it? And of course, what happened. But my point still is, right, I think for this, I understand the fact that a lot of parents literally these days use their kids, put them on social media. I mean, when the kids are doing funny stuff and everything. But for me, it was the way, the mother kind of was half laughing and half scolding the kid and videoing her and everything. But my point is that if you look at the girl's face, she literally looks humiliated. Do you understand? I understand, when certain things are funny, it's cool. But then again, in a situation like that, even if you want to record it, right, not necessarily videoing the girl at that point. I mean, you're not necessarily teaching her. First of all, I feel if she's making she wants to make a cup of coffee or beverage or whatever, at that point, you teach her what to make. Now you're scolding her for what exactly? Do you understand?
Exactly.
She's doing what she... And also, I feel the intention behind it also matters. She was really trying to literally just make you and the whole family tea, right?
So that's where
and
my
then,
questions...
did you teach her for her to now go that extent to do it the way she thought she could actually do it? Do you understand? So
that's where the questions I asked in the first place sort of stemmed from, because she's a 10-year-old. I understand that, some 10-year-olds can, some 10-year-olds can't. It also depends on the parents' mode of parenting. We all have different styles of parenting, right? I believe that at that age there has to be some supervision, because you're having access to gas cooker or kerosene. I'm already my safety radar is already on alert. Kerosene? Yes, people still use stoves. People still use firewood.
How much is kerosene? Okay.
People still use all of those, things. So I mean, my safety concerns already, because I'm like, is there an adult supervising that? Then secondly, I would always say that it is the parents' responsibility to protect your child, to preserve your child, to in short, everything about that child is your responsibility.
Can I take it from you?
No, wait, I'm going somewhere, yes. So first off, the child was taking an initiative by doing what she did, whether it was for herself, whether it was for her siblings or the family. It was an initiative she was, taking to do it because she's seen how mommy does it, right? Secondly, so at the point where you meet this child in the acts of doing what she was doing,
the next thing
is to carry your phone.
Camera.
Then you now placed it on the tripod. You said, baby, Wait.
She was holding it.
Whether she held it or whatever that she did.
Tripod, at least we won't allow the child to cool off. She carried the phone like that, like that.
And then you now started recording the child, and then you, whatever it was that happened in that scenario, you put it up on social media, exposing that child. You know, also, what if she doesn't want to be on social media? What if she doesn't even want that sort of exposure? You have already compromised and made her vulnerable because I can imagine the long trail of comments
over 1,700.
So the child hopefully
that is even on one side.
Comments.
Wait, that's on one side. You know, kids have phones now. What if she goes to school and then
she gets bullied?
Exactly. Oh, her classmates are laughing at her based on that.
So if for instance, let's say she's on a parenting platform. Let's say the video came out on a parenting chat, a WhatsApp group. See what my daughter did. In my opinion, you could have shown the pot of beverage. You could have shown and talked about
the issue first. Like,
no, you could even talk about it without putting the child in the video. So that was it for me. The child could have left, you talk to the child leaves the room, then you record it and say, hey, see my life, hey, 8,000 naira worth of chocolate drink. Just go, like, you know, you can do that. If you want to make it a content or a learning teaching opportunity
for people, because
you can do that.
For people, is one thing. Now, I'm also thinking about the child going forward and her ability to even still want to take initiative to do things and then make mistakes as a child. Do you understand? She's literally humiliated. So now, exactly, you shut her off. She's literally probably just scared and just doesn't want to do anything until mommy says so. And then you think of the type of child that child is going to grow into. So it's
right. In terms of taking initiative, I've been in this situation a few times, and
expected.
Thank goodness for air fryers in my life. Well, before the tariff got this high, air fryers were the way to go for me. My girls just throw things in the air fryer. I've already sliced the yam. They put it in the air fryer. They press play, and in 5 minutes, it's done. You know, whatever it was, they were just throwing everything in the air fryer, and it was working for them. Eventually, we advanced to them making their own noodles, making eggs, toast, etc., etc., etc. But the process was a grueling process. I know how much oil I had to clean off the floor. I know how much I had to, how many mistakes they made. So the mistakes, is a part of the process. That's what I'm trying to say.
Before we even get to the process, Titi, I would also like to encourage families, and I'm using myself now as an example, let's learn to build structures, family structures and values, where everybody in that space understands that this is how food is meant to be used, or, you know, this is how appliances are meant to be used, at what time of the day. All of the, you need to build a structure so that everybody aligns with that structure and with those values and with those principles. Because in this kind of situation where your child just goes off the rack and cabinet and then takes a whole can of beverage, first off, I will beat you because the economy is not spent on anybody first off.
I was waiting for that.
And I know that. So in a home where there is structure, where you know that mommy and daddy will not allow you to take that when it is not time for lunch or when it's not time for dinner or when it's time for breakfast, you would know not to touch it.
Well, at this point, I know that the families are going to do that divide and conquer kind of thing.
It's not even at this point. Growing up, was Milo not in mommy and daddy's room? Hello. It was a normal thing, so it's not even a down thing.
Yeah, so let's let me know.
Gen Alpha, you keep your Milo or your beverage in the cupboard.
Everybody has access to it.
We're taking a quick break, everyone. Let's hear your thoughts. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know.
Time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick for me this and they were like, this is Sharma,
Saying it not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm 3 hours, 2 minutes after the minus here, please. Don't show me. I don't want to.
That's why they'll keep it.
Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it now. Do it to it. Do it. Do it.
Do you think you can outplay me in this?
Welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning. I have here with me Chef Saint. Wow, I was going to say Saint, Chef, whatever. Anyways, welcome to the show. How are you feeling this morning, Chef?
Good. It's a beautiful morning.
All right. Okay. So you actually were teaching me something very important. So I think people need to know. But first of all, let's actually talk about what we're making today. What are we making today?
Okay, we're making goat head.
We're making goat head. Okay. Isieu.
Yes.
Okay. And okay, tell me the ingredients we need for this.
Okay. Today, it's a very simple ingredients that we're going to be using. We're going to be using the main thing, which is the goat head, some of our pepper, the onions. I want to garnish with okbaka and our tazo leaf, just a little crayfish to add a kick to it. A lot of people don't do that though, but I'm doing that just to add a kick to it.
Okay.
Then stock cubes.
Okay.
Extra pepper, because you know we like
extra pepper.
extra pepper just to give it that hot touch. And then our salt, and then our oil. So this is a special ingredient that I'll be using. It's called the ungu.
The ungu.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to use it in place of the potash.
All right, because
because of the health benefits.
Oh, really? What's that made out of?
It's made out of palm fruit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's burnt part of it.
Burnt palm fruit.
Yeah.
It's actually, it's actually interesting. What do we have in here? Is it more?
What we have here is another important ingredient is called the ehuru.
Ehuru.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is what gives it that nkwobi.
That nkwobi cake, okay. Now that you said nkwobi, after saying isieu, let's now get down to the conversation. Okay. So earlier, I asked you, what are we making? You said isieu nkwobi, and I'm like, huh? Are you trying to confuse me? Are we making it two? You now explain to me, so explain them to me, for people that literally don't know. Okay. So isieu literally means goat head.
Yeah, that means
goat
head.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, isieu is the goat head. We can make isieu nkwobi we can make the cow leg nkwobi, we can make
Okay.
the cow head nkwobi.
Okay.
But most times, because Isewu is more of a special delicacy.
Yes, the
people just call it
Isewu. Okay.
Isewu is still the nkwobi.
So is the
Because-
nkwobi
yeah,
made
it's
with goat head?
Yes, made with goat head.
So the nkwobi is just any other part?
It's just
So, but
yeah,
the same method and
yeah,
everything?
the same method. Like
Oh,
I
wow.
could use the same method. The only difference here is that for the other nkwobis, I'll be using the brain of the goat when I
Yes,
cook. So for the
yes.
other nkwobis, you don't get that.
You don't get that. Okay, because I know the brain is also
Yeah,
boiled and
yeah.
mixed with the potash or something.
We'll do that later.
We'll do that later. Oh, this is the
Yeah.
brain. We have the brain here.
Yeah, we have the
Oh,
brain
wow.
here,
I mean,
yeah.
that's actually very interesting. Okay, so now tell me, run me through the process of making this particular dish.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna be boiling our goat meat
Yes, okay.
with some onion and then some of the pepper. Okay, then once our meat is done, I want to cook it to al dente so that it's easy to
Okay,
chew.
okay,
Then
okay.
I'll mix the potash with the brain in the oil, add every other
Ingredients
ingredient
together.
and then
And
we form
mix
our slurry and then
And
we
mix it
up.
all together.
And
That's
then we
actually-
garnish.
All right, so I think in this particular dish, the most difficult part is probably sourcing the ingredients. So why are we using, what should you call this again?
The ungu.
The ungu instead of the edible potash.
For a lot of people,
Yeah.
the edible potash doesn't go well with them.
Yeah, okay.
It purges them. And then another thing I want to tell people is that a lot of people say that when they eat goat meat, they purge.
Wow.
Two things are there. The tongue of the goat. Make sure that whenever you want to make this dish at home, that you get hot water. Pour hot water on the tongue
On
of
the
the goat.
tongue
So
and wash
you
it
will see something whitish. Make sure you pull it out. And then also the ear. Make sure you tear the ear to the end. Open the ear. Because I think when I don't open here, you will see black, all the black
I think of
stuff.
things that even come out of your normal ears. A
Yeah,
human being,
so
okay.
not to talk of the goat. So a lot of people
Yes.
don't really get to tear
So the
it.
cleaning
Yeah,
is the
cleaning,
problem.
yes, it's the problem most times.
Okay,
So
okay.
make sure you clean very well.
Yes. All right,
Sprinkle
before
some
you...
vinegar and then.
All right. I think it's actually very important when it comes to meat generally that we
Yeah.
actually clean and wash meat very well before you cook and then cook properly as well. Thank you very much for that tip. The
Thank
tongue
you.
one as well. I think that's actually something that a lot of people could learn from.
Yeah.
All right, so we're actually going to allow Chef Sainz literally start preparing what we're going to be using, making this dish with while we head over to the couch where we have standing by.
Of my favorite dishes, and I can't wait for it to be ready. But hey, before then, if you were born in the month of November, welcome, welcome, welcome. And yes, it is birthday shout-outs where we celebrate you and your loved ones. Adeokun Fadiat Childcare, the 6th of November is your birthday. And this shout-out is from Halaji people. Happy birthday.
All that you wish for this year, you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Alfa Mukhtar Mohammed. The 6th of November is your birthday. And this is from Big Sam. Happy birthday.
All that you prayed for this year, you will have. All that you wish for this year, you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more. I wish you long life and prosperity.
Happy birthday, Auntie Patience. The 4th of November is your birthday. And this is from Joy and Josh. Happy birthday.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey.
Doka Solani Bamigboye. The 6th of November is your birthday, and this is from TACN Balogun Oyero Assembly. Happy birthday.
All that you prayed for this year, you will have. All that you wish for this year, you go get. Everything and more.
Happy birthday, Ekiola David. The 1st of October is your birthday. This is from Matthew.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more.
Happy birthday, Ella Adeshino. The 4th of November is your birthday, and this is from Dad and Grandma Adeshino.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Emily Anyi. The 3rd of November, is your birthday. And this is from Hubby and Children. Happy birthday.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Keshinro Adiodeji Soluwabori. The 6th of November is your birthday, and this is from Sharon, really, and this is from all of us also. All the Wake Up Nigeria team, happy birthday, Ayodeji.
This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Ayodeji was one of our interns here on the Wake Up Nigeria team. Happy birthday, Ayo. Moving on to Koyejo Temitokbe. The 3rd of November is your birthday, and this is from Adelaja Michael. Happy birthday.
All that you wish for this year, you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Omoyele. The 4th of November is your birthday, and this is from the Dose family. Happy birthday, Dosa family. Happy birthday.
This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Noimata Abosede Aroyenwun. The 6th of November is your birthday. Kenny sends this shout out.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for.
Odufayo Elizabeth, the 6th of November is your birthday, and this is from Emmanuel, Miriam, and Zion Joseph. Happy birthday, Ma.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get.
Happy birthday, Oluwadarasimi Adebanji. The 1st of November is your birthday, and this is from Daddy and Mommy. Love your dress. Beautiful.
All that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more.
And to all our November celebrants, have a beautiful year ahead. And for those of you watching right here who would like to send in your shout out, you can reach out to us at tvcentertainment _ across all our social media platforms. We'll be waiting to hear from you. And on that note, we'll go on a quick break. The show continues shortly. Stay with us.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's
I
all
can
we can
Nigeria,
take.
but I choose to
Ejeki,
stay.
close the show here for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym though, you're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No,
Sex can never be overrated,
it is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
This is that's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You scissors. I'm making Nkwobi with goat head. In translation. All right. See, I'm a very fast learner, you know?
Yeah, kudos. Thumbs up.
Thank you. Okay, so now, in the pot, chef, tell me what's going on. I mean, I love the way that goat meat is smelling. It's smelling like the goat meat is going to be sweet, even without anything added. Do you understand? It's smelling like all those types that are very, very succulent, you know?
You should.
That you should.
It's holy.
Okay, so let's open the pot. Let's see what exactly we have inside. Okay. So tell me, what's there?
So what we have here is our goat head, and this is the brain.
That is the brain.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's the important part. Okay, so now the brain is being tied inside
Poly bag.
Poly bag, okay?
Yeah, so
okay.
it will be intact. Because
So
if I throw it in, it's going to
dissolve and melt, all right? So we need to
Yeah.
boil the brain,
Yeah.
I mean, in the poly bag, all
Yeah.
right? And then did you put any other seasoning in the goat's head?
Just the regular, some onion and
Seasoning
salt,
cubes,
yes,
okay?
and seasoning
And
cubes.
seasoning cubes.
And a little pepper.
And a little pepper. Okay. Right, all right. In case you're literally here and you're watching this and you want to try this at home, which I think you totally should. It's actually a very quick dish to make. We have the recipe right there on the screen for you. Goat's head and kwabi. We have goat head, palm oil, crayfish, seasoning cubes, salt, fresh pepper, ehuru, ngwu, ukpaka, onion. Sorry, please, ukpaka onion.
This is upaka here.
Oh, this is
Upaka and
ukpaka.
onion.
But this is not what they call abacha.
No, this is not abacha.
Hey.
Abacha is made. Abacha is made of cassava.
Abacha.
But this is
the white
uba.
one.
Yes.
This is uba. Like I
Yes.
said ube. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Ube is pear.
Yes.
So this is, but then again, we use this in the dish for abacha, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it's not so far off, you see.
Actually, abacha can come in as a side.
As a side for this
So,
dish, right? Okay. All right. So now I wanted to ask a question. You said, I wanted to ask, what's the English name for, is it uhuru? This is uhuru, right? Ehuru. What's the English? You don't know. All right. Something I like about, making Igbo dishes, people have very specific ingredients that literally cannot be found or used like with any
I
other.
don't think it's just actually Igbo.
The Igbo, okay, okay.
Like the last time we did an Afrofusion dish, and we picked things from places. So it's for me, it's getting.
Is the Igbo dish that you go to the market, you see the one they tie inside a leaf, they now use this to tie it like this. It's not looking like.
The way we have our Iru.
But
Yes.
you will have your own now. You have Ugiri. No, I'm saying that if you can't like find the replica in another for that one in another, just so it gives you that distinct taste for the Yubu's dishes, and I love that about it.
Like when people do the afang soup, and they use those periwinkles,
Yes, I think
they have removed from the shell. I tell them it's no longer afang soup.
It's not like
come in the shell.
You can suck it out.
Yeah.
All right. I feel Acquire Bomb as well, and they also have the specific spices and seasonings specific for their dish. Amazing. amazing. All right, amazing. So we're going to leave you to actually do this, right? We're going to head over to him again for another interesting conversation.
Speaking of nutrition, we have on the couch Ifeoluwa Oyebola. She's a dietitian and the brand manager of Avilan Foods and Supplements Division, a company that produces 100% natural herbal teas, healthy foods, supplements, spices, and seasonings. Talking about spices and seasoning, remember they mentioned quite a couple that you're using right there in the kitchen for our isiewu. But hey, Ife, you're welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And this morning, we will be discussing mindful eating for your emotional well-being. On that note, I would like to take a deep breath.
I also joined you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
because mindfulness requires, being in a mindful state, in a calm state of mind.
Yeah.
And to do that, you have to take a few deep breaths to get into that, mood. And so now when you say mindful eating, do you have to do that before you eat? Just kidding. Well, really, do you have to do that?
It's actually important if one can do that.
Okay.
It's something that it just helps to, because when you take a deep breath, it brings you to yourself.
Yeah.
So, and you now resuming to your food, it makes you also pay attention.
Okay, so talk to us what mindful eating is.
Okay, yeah, so mindful eating, well, I say in a simple term, I would say mindful eating is eating with intention and attention.
Okay.
Yeah, so you being present with your meal. Sometimes our mind gets to be somewhere else, and eating, you just, I finished the food.
Yeah.
You didn't even know. So mindful eating just makes you present with your food.
What does that do for now I'm not just, before we go into the emotional, state of mind, let's sort of talk about the physical and health impact it has on us while eating, because I know, there's the nutrition aspect of it, and then there is the, the food, the role that the food plays, in how, not just in us, with us, in our environment as well. So let's talk about, the impact this has on our physical and our health being.
Okay, so I would say, like I mentioned, eating with intention and attention.
Right.
So number one, it makes your mind relaxed. It makes the, if there was emotions that were not so good before, when you eat with intention and attention, it just brings an aura of relaxation. Your mood comes to a calm, right? And it also helps even in our digestive system, because when your mood is okay, your body, your system also comes to good term, and also helps to absorb, digest the food as it should.
Okay, great. Now let's talk about some of this food. Are there certain kind of foods that put us in an emotional, that sort of reigns into our emotional state of mind?
Yes, there are. Okay. So, we have our omega-3 fatty acid foods,
which are
having like the seeds, flaxseed, chia seed, nuts.
Fish.
Yes, fish. Yeah, that's a readily available one.
Yeah.
And we also have some herbs and spices.
Okay.
Like we produce, we have the relaxing tea, the chamomile tea.
Okay.
Yes.
Chamomile tea relaxes you.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So the seeds, black seeds and black seed tea. So some of these teas just it just helps you. It helps the brain. It helps in mood. Yes, it also helps in relaxation. So
now that you mentioned it, it's sort of, I could totally relate with it, because I have my bottle of water over there. So there are 3 major ingredients that are always in my bottle of water.
Oh, wow.
So I have my lemon,
Oh.
Cucumbers and chia seeds.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, that's
yes.
awesome.
And I would always refill it. So if it goes empty, I would refill it.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm feeling hungry, I would just, sort of take in the cucumbers as well to sort of also suppress, the hunger. It actually also helps to give me some boost of energy, right? So now that you mentioned how relaxing chia seeds can be, I would double my intake of
And I know
chia
you've been
seeds.
getting good, portion of the benefits, right?
Yes, yes, I have, and I've also come to realize that it has a good it has a role it plays on your skin, and your general health. So now let's talk about other food. Now that you've mentioned the omega-3 fatty foods, what other classes of food play a role in our mindfulness?
Yeah. Okay, so like I mentioned, that after the omega-3 fatty acid, we also talked about the herbs and spices.
Yes.
Yeah, the herbs.
What kind of herbs?
So like I mentioned, chamomile is a herb. Yes.
True.
So we also have.
But then when you say chamomile, because chamomile is it's not an easily accessible plant.
Okay. Though it's actually accessible more in this part of the world as teas.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So like we do in Avilan Foods and Supplements, we make it into teas, and it's all like 100%.
100%,
So make into tea bags, just drop it in the cup with your warm water.
So when is the best time to take your chamomile tea?
Yeah,
Because I feel like it's one of those teas that are easily just relegated, just a bit, what role does it play? Because we don't know the benefits, right?
Yes,
so talk to us about some of these benefits.
So like you mentioned, the timing, morning is a good time.
Okay.
And maybe midday, maybe while walking, and or like you mentioned that you keep yours in your bottle
of water.
Yeah, bottle of water, and so one can keep in a bottle of water. You just sip as time goes on, and in the morning and all. Then the health benefit is that like it helps in majorly. It suits your nervous system. Then it also it calms. It gives a relaxation. It helps the mood. Yeah, so
I feel like it also plays the same role as mint tea, like when you're putting mint.
Mint, yes.
Because I also put fresh mint in my tea.
Yes.
Sometimes I take it at night. So it just calms me with peppermint tea as well. Okay. I was going to touch on something really quickly. In the mornings, right? A lot of people want to get into that mindful state of mind. What would you recommend as a go-to that would put us in that state?
Yeah, so like putting seeds like the flax.
No, I'm not just talking about seeds. I'm talking about our diets.
Diet.
In terms of, what would you recommend that we take in the morning to just put us in a present state of mind?
Yeah, so having food that's fiber rich. Actually, this fiber-rich food, it does a lot of good, right?
So just quickly mention a few.
Oats.
Oats, okay.
Like
beans.
Beans. Though it may be heavy for some people.
Yeah, but just
like
maybe a little bit of it.
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit
any other
Then
fiber?
we can have even rice now. Putting vegetables alongside.
Okay, alongside it.
So,
Thank you so much, Ife. This has been quite an insightful conversation around mindful eating. Whoever thought that you could have mindful eating? So when you eat, you take deep breaths before you take in that food, just as we are going to do to that Isiewu later on. But thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you here. And we'll go on a quick break, guys. The show continues shortly. It's the top of the hour. We need you to stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707-272-8338 or marketing@tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashionista.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Hello and welcome back. Yes. It's time for the second hour of Wake Up Nigeria to begin right now.
Yes, it's still Wednesday, people. Just in case you forgot, we are reminding you. Remember how the week goes by and then you're like, what the other week is it again? Well, it's Wednesday. Of course, we're bringing you all the good vibes. So make sure you have a fantastic midweek day.
Fantastic midweek with a fantastic midweek vibe. Yes. Now, Wednesdays are a reminder that you're halfway through the week, just about a hop, skip, and jump to the weekend. But if you're just joining us, welcome. Hopefully you have made a nice warm beverage to get you started. We talked about beverages earlier on today.
Yes, we did. And I'm rushing over to the store to get me some chamomile tea. Right, because mindfulness has become, you know, I mean, we shouldn't underestimate the importance and the essence of being in that mindful state, that present state of mind, or because you're easily riled up with so many things happening in our surroundings.
Especially road rage.
Especially road rage, right.
There's some people that shouldn't go behind the wheel. I'm joking.
I feel called out.
I'm joking.
On national television. Thank you very much, Titi.
I'm not any better.
While she's reeling or reveling in her pettiness, we're moving over to the kitchen where our Isiewu hopefully puts us in some mindful eating this morning.
It's at least the goat mind that we're eating.
Oh, nice.
All right. So our chef is literally sieving the potash. No, it's not potash. Ungo in case of the potash. So you were telling me about how this literally has what? 90% sand content. So when you're using, I know potash also is kind of similar as well, because you have to drain it out and everything. So you've done the first one, right? And see, just look at how much sand we have in there. Wow. So you're going to do that again for here. Okay, so you want to turn till it's clear. Okay, so you want to turn. Okay, so pour that out so to actually see one more. So we have it here, our ungu here, mixed with water. So we're allowing the ungu to settle, because what we really need is the water. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So chef is going to keep on draining and draining and straining and draining. Yeah. So he's doing that again. for the second time. And just keep on doing that until the sand content is reduced and you have only clear water. All right, over to you guys.
You know, that's the most complicated part of making isiewu, actually. Wow. The part where you need to drain off the potash from the, it can, because you don't want to be careful. You don't want the, particles of the potash into your meat. It ruins it completely. So you need to do it very, very carefully.
Interesting.
Well,
yeah, today's lineup, everyone.
Of course.
We're here keeping you inspired and informed, and we're going to start with relationships. Now, our relationship topic today is a delicate one. What is it?
The impact of infidelity in marriage. Right.
So, there are different types of infidelity, apparently. But which one is more important than the other? That's a question.
Well,
Olaiwola Abiola, a.k.a. Love Boulevard, is a certified professional mental health counselor. He has a specialization with relationship and marriage counseling. He uses his background in counseling and psychology to empower individuals to transform their personal relationships and even professional lives.
We have the Queen of Talk, Joyce Daniels. She's a quintessential event host, MC, conference and panel moderator, stirring, engaging conversations and keeping audiences energized. She's also one of Africa's most sought-after event hosts. She'll be sharing her journey so far with us on the couch later on.
Then, of course, Wake Up Nigeria is not complete without a performance.
Yes.
We have a dynamic Afro-pop artist whose music embodies the heartbeat of modern African sound. Crossing up amidst Nigeria's rich musical heritage, Mozi drew inspiration from rhythmic landscapes of Lagos. We can't wait for his performance to tell us more.
We have quite an interesting lineup.
Yes, we do.
Left in the second half. But hey, guys, let's check out what the weather will be today.
Thank you so much for staying with us on this beautiful Wednesday edition of Wake Up Nigeria. Okay, right now it's time for us to have a relationship conversation. I have with me Olaiwola Abiola, who is a certified professional mental health counselor with a specialization in relationship and marriage counseling. Now, he uses his background in counseling and psychology to empower individuals to transform their personal, relationship, and professional lives. Now, he leads a private practice and training outfit he founded called Love Boulevard International. And today we're going to be talking about the impact of infidelity. Infidelity on marriage. Welcome back to Wake Up Nigeria. Amazing, amazing having you here, sir. And of course, having this conversation about marriage, relationship, very, very important because, I mean, in all facets of life, we definitely have different types of relationships. All right, so today, the impact of infidelity. What's that word giving me a hard time? Infidelity on marriage. So let's start. Let's start by defining infidelity to start with.
Well, infidelity is a grievous betrayal of trust, especially in a romantic relationship. Okay. Or even a romantic relationship, either in a marital state or probably in a committed relationship, because people can still commit, quote and unquote, we call it cheating before getting married, but once you're married, it's seen as infidelity. So it's basically betrayal of trust between romantic partners.
So there cannot be infidelity in friendships.
There's another word for that. Maybe some other time we talk about that. But as far as I'm concerned, romantic relationship, committed relationship, especially in a monogamous relationship, even in polygamous situation, if you are going to have multiple wives, definitely should carry your wife along. I have the liberty to do that, especially if you happen to come from a Muslim background and things like that. So anything you are doing behind your romantic partner, your wife, your spouse, is tagged as infidelity.
So the focus is now behind, right?
You're doing something without the consent.
Without the consent of your partner with another person. All right, amazing. So now let's talk about the impacts directly. I mean, we have several issues, several situations here in Nigeria. And of course, different people on different parts. I remember having a conversation with someone talking about how, what's the deal breaker? I know the deal breaker conversation. So yeah, when they cheat, they leave. Someone was actually talking to me about how she was sitting in on the conversation, and then someone literally says, to her at this point in her life and career and marriage, like infidelity is not a deal breaker for her anymore. Do you understand? So now let's talk about that impact. So now when you talk about impact, what do you mean and what angle are you coming from?
I'm looking at the impact in this sense because it's going to cause a lot of emotional effect. It's going to cause psychological effect, both on the perpetrator and the betrayed person. So if you're looking at the impact it cut across, number one, is going to cause a kind of grief. When we talk about grief is a natural response to a loss. So if you're in a relationship with someone, you're in a committed relationship, and the other party is doing something else, and you get to find out what happened is that you believe that this relationship is for you. Especially I'm talking about monogamous relationship. I kept talking about that, saying that because these days sometimes a lot of things.
Yes, a lot of things monogamous.
Yes, people have different kind of funny kind
arrangements.
So but you have in a committed monogamous relationship, you're expected. There's what we call exclusivity in relationship. Okay. The exclusivity simply means I'm yours, you are mine. And what it means is that I'm exclusively yours, you're exclusively mine. So what it means is that if you are doing anything romantically romantically with somebody else, then that's an issue. It's going to cause grief. And when there's grief, there's going to be like a shock, a denial, depression, and also you can
talking about this,
mental health.
Yeah, so issues. Grief now is talking about the emotional impact on the other party. So you're talking about
also the psychological issues. People can have mental breakdown. I've seen people that collapse just finding out their spouse was having a sexual relationship with somebody else, and they just collapse. And some people, they don't get to recover socially as well, because people have known you to be Mrs. So-so-so, and suddenly you are no longer Mrs. So-so-so or something, because it can also lead to the total separation or divorce. The relationship can come to an end. And when that happens, it impacts the children, impacts the society, impacts the family as well, family and friends. So if you look at it, the impact of infidelity is very, 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 I'm looking for the right word now, it's very deep because it cuts across every facet of that relationship, psychologically, emotionally, financially as well. It can also affect you financially, because if the relationship eventually gets to lead to divorce, you have to probably part with your properties and things like that. So it's an all-encompassing thing, emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually as well.
Even spiritually as well, very true. Okay, so now I was literally going over something. So I mean, you've spoken about this and everything. So would you say, now the question, it's compulsory that there's any impact? The reason I'm asking this is because, I mean, I was literally going over social media, and literally I saw a quote. So Peter Obi was quoted to have said that if his wife cheats on him, that's her business. Right? So would you say that it's possible now to literally be in a committed monogamous relationship and have the one party cheat, and then the other party not necessarily be impacted by it?
See, we need to be true to ourselves. Maybe what he's trying to say is that, look, I'm going to move on with my life. But that does not mean something has not happened.
Okay.
Because whether you like it or not, for example, somebody of that status and such a things break out in the social media. Look at what is going on in Equatorial Guinea. You want to tell me the wife
I was
say
literally going to go
nothing
Yes.
that I'll just move on with my life? No.
Yes.
Because whether you like it or not, everywhere you go, it follows. There's this stigma that follows infidelity, especially in this part of the world, everywhere.
Yes.
Because once you're in a monogamous relationship, people expect you to be what? To be forthright, to be upright and up and doing, and you're expected to live to your vows, your exchange marital vows, till thou do us part in come sun, come rain. So if somebody is saying that's a business, what it's trying to say is that I'll cope and I'll move on with my life.
And I'll move on with my life.
So
very quickly, do you want to share your thoughts when you heard about the Equatorial Guinea situation with over 400
for me, that
evidence?
To me, that speaks to a lot of underlying issues. For
With
me,
the man?
With the man.
Yes.
For me, I believe there's a lot of mental health issues dimension to that.
Wow.
And it's possible maybe unresolved childhood trauma. It's possible, we also have what we call toxic masculinity. We socialize our boy children to believe that having multiple sexual partners is a way to show that you're a man.
Yes, yes.
So these are part of things I believe.
I would actually love to ask a lot more questions because a lot of men, especially in this climb, seem to be saying the guy was the GOAT. And I'm like, how do you interpret that? But anyways, we have to go. Thank you so much, sir, for being here and speaking with us. It's amazing. We're going to be having you for the whole of November. Yay. Welcome back. All right. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to our next conversation next week as well. Thank you so much.
For having me.
Yes, sir. All right. And that's it right here on this episode. No, on this particular conversation, relationship. We're going to a quick break right now, but stay with us. A lot coming right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be right back.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take.
I choose to stay.
Close the show, Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musiki.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym though, you're getting fat.
Cricket.
And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. We have right here on the couch the queen of talk herself, Joyce Daniels. She's the quintessential event host, MC, conference and panel moderator, always stirring, engaging conversations and keeping audiences energized. She's also one of Africa's most sought-after event hosts, hosting successfully over 1,000 high-profile events for companies and institutions across various sectors. She is also the founder of Talkademy. Oh,
that's it.
I see that. It's Africa's premier training school for event host MCs, training over 1,000 masters of ceremonies across Africa. You are welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Thanks for being here, sis.
Yes, so.
Queen of Talk. How did you get to that point where you became the quintessential herself? Joyce Daniels, the lady, the woman who everyone wants to host their events.
How did I get there? I made a clear choice in November 2007. So this is going to be 17 years by Monday.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is, finally, you're not into the 2 decades.
Almost,
in
yes.
3 years.
In another 3 years,
yeah,
it'll be 20.
It'll be 20. Ooh.
So it was not a side hustle, not a side gig.
Wow.
It was a full-time job, full-time career, full-time profession. So I always say this to younger people who want to do what I do and are trying to do it as a side gig. You will be successful, but not as successful as me, because this is my full-time job. And anything you do full-time,
you put your heart into
put
it.
all your heart and almost all your eggs in there.
True.
You tend to do better because, I mean, it's all the time an investment, not just time, but energy, resources, learning, trading, skilling up. So because I made it my full-time job, I got more mileage because I'm constantly improving my skill, marketing, selling my services to the right clients. I have the time for it. I'm focused on it.
We will get into the marketing aspect of it because the MC industry, I would say, seems to be an industry based off recommendations.
Yes.
Now we'll get to the marketing aspect of it, but let's sort of piggyback on your history, where you're coming from. You have a science background.
Yes.
Anyone would, I mean, I was going through your, I'm like, she actually has a degree in anatomy.
That's it.
That was one course that scared me. It choked me because I did medicine for a couple of years. So that's one of the, it's a life-threatening course for a lot of medical students.
Upper and lower.
I mean, how do you get a degree in that? In that course, and then you leave that all behind, and then you go into something that you love to do. I mean, how did you get to that point, that life-changing moment and decision in your life?
Well, not too difficult, I would say, but I once again had to make a choice. Vocation over knowledge, or vocation over what had been learned. Vocation meaning what I do passionately, even without learning too much. What I do with my hands, my voice, my body, vocation. But academic knowledge, some of us got into school because it was a box to tick. You had to go to school, and you were, well, we were influenced of sorts to say, oh, science students, we're the intelligent ones. So we were all inching towards science courses, which is what happened to me and many people. But you know, whilst I was in school, there was a day I went by the Crab where theater arts students performed. And I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Here or in the communications space, because I was seeing people in linguistics and communications. I was like, what? There was such? They only told us there was medicine and surgery. But I didn't have the courage
to make that decision
to switch, because I made the inquiries and I was told I would lose a year. I mean, now in hindsight, like, what's a year? But at that time in school, I didn't have the courage to lose a year in school. No, I would graduate, which is what I did. I got a job after NYSC, but I knew I wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't complete. I will say, and I put up a video on Instagram today talking about the first time I was on stage, I was 10. The first time I emceed an event, I was 10.
It was the first ladies' children's concert in Abuja by Mariam Babangida, 1992.
Whoa.
I went there to dance, but the first lady at the event, on event day, said, why don't we have children MCs? Why do we have adult MCs here? And so Anton Kem of Tales by Moonlight of that day came into the hall where we were preparing to rehearse and said, Olu, Joyce, come here. I have the perfect 2 children who will do it. Would you like to be MCs? I was like, yes, I would love to. So background, I'd been on stage for 15 years as a joke.
Whoa.
From 10, when I got back, people had seen me on NTA and all of that. So it was church calling me to do events. It was friends in school events, miss this, miss that in school. I would be the MC. I was MC at all the NYSC events we had when I served in Maiduguri. So I had some background, but I didn't look to it at that time as a career choice until that 2007, where I quit my job because I was restless. And everybody thought I was crazy. I had an official car straight out of NYSC because I was doing well on the job that I had. And my boss, shout out to him, Mr. Nusim, he believed in me. He gave me great responsibilities and I was doing well, but I wasn't fulfilled. So when I quit my job, everybody was like, so what next? That's the thing. I didn't know. I had no clue. So I was 7 months out without a job, without an income. But I knew that I would find what I was looking for if I had the space and time. I did a lot of reading. And then somebody invited me to be master of ceremonies at a particular event. After the event, I knew
that was it.
That was it.
We need to wrap this up quickly, but let's quickly touch on the marketing aspect of MC. As an aspiring MC, or even those who are doing well in the industry, how do you market yourself? How do we brand yourself, to be that sought after MC?
Let me start by saying that to become a pilot, you go to flying school.
Oh, true.
To become a doctor, you go to medical school. To be on TV, you have to do some training.
Yeah.
So do not ever think that to be a professional master of ceremonies will happen by chance. You will learn. You might need to go to business school to learn the right way to market. I've been to so many business courses because it's a business.
It's a business.
It's not a hobby. That's why I keep saying this is my full-time job. Don't trivialize my job when you think it's just a
waka pass roll.
Yes, flash in the pan. No, treat it as such. If you were going to sell houses or anything else, how would you treat it?
True.
That's the same way you treat the commodity of your voice.
Right.
So marketing, referrals, yes, you learn how to market, you learn how to you learn to go through the process of studying what kind of brand you want and the elements that make up the brand and all the teeny-weeny details so that you can have your media kits, you can have your profiles, you send them into organizations where people
and I know that's what Talk Academy does.
That's what we do at Talk Academy.
So I mean, now you've sort of you have kind of geared our minds into another direction. For a lot of people watching right now who have passion for MCing, who are already doing it, public speaking, and amazing. It was such a pleasure having you right here.
Pleasure being here. Thank you.
It was we learned such a lot, such a tidbit of time. We learned such a lot. Thank you so much.
Man.
Thank you, Joyce. And on that note, we have a musical performance standing by. Hello, Mosey. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right, Mosey, talk to us. You're a dynamic Afro-pop artist whose music embodies the heartbeat of modern African sound. I mean, and you basically, everything around you inspires your sort of music, right?
Yeah.
How's the experience been for you so far?
Yeah, the experience for me being so far is that it's not been easy for me, just trying to push up, trying to make good music. And
All right. Fantastic. I can't wait to hear your performance. Take it away.
Thank you.
tell you that being a parent is one of the biggest reality shows you will ever produce. Hi. Oh, yeah. As cute as they can be, even you need to take a break to take care of some of the other realities of life. And that's why the TVC Staff Crash was put together to help parents just like me get those professional childcare services that we need. Come on, let's go. Let's go. The TVC Staff Crash Baby Lounge team of professionals are here to help take a load off your mind. The TVC Staff Crash is a nursing mom support system, a toddler's safe haven, and a young learner's academy throughout the year. It's comfortable, convenient, and with competitive pricing for the modern parent. So, while they learn through play, you can go about getting your pay. The TVC Staff Crash, open to the public from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Welcome back. Now, the Future Awards is back yet again for the 18th edition. It's been an amazing platform for 18 amazing years, pushing forward young people in various walks of life who have been performing wonders. And today we have Mr. Ayodeji Razak in the building with us. He is the Executive Director of the Future Awards, and he's here to talk to us about the latest edition coming up very soon. I think it's this Sunday, right?
Sunday.
This Sunday. Goodness me. Yes. Congratulations on your 18th year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, 18 years down the line, the mission, the vision of the Future Awards, has it changed that much from when it began?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, first of all, I have to say I'm excited to be here.
Oh, you're welcome.
TVC feels like home for us. More importantly, at the end of the year, over the years, the Future Awards has had one goal, which is how do we recognize, identify, and, you know, spotlight young people who are doing amazing in Nigeria, in Africa, and it's been the same goal all year. I mean, I think that the biggest challenge we've even had is less that we have stayed consistent, it's more that people want us to change, and we're like, no. The goal is the same. We want to identify young people. Some people have asked us to expand it, include more people. I'm like, no.
Okay.
It's for 18 to 33. That's
18 to 33. Yes. All right. So now this sector sector of society, the young people, over the past 18 years, the team that started the Future Awards were young people then, and now have, of course, I think handed over to another set of young people to work on it and run the platform. But have the structures changed? For instance, the type of awards that were being given in the beginning, are they the same awards that are being given out now? What's changed?
So we've evolved some of our categories.
Okay.
We've brought in categories that are more relevant to the young people now, because at the end of the day, you have to think in terms of what are young people doing now.
Exactly.
Very early when we started, things like journalism were at the core of the awards. There's still journalism in the awards, but now we've added content and creativity. We've added other genres that allow for young people to express themselves and actually make a change in the world. And in terms of the people who did it and have passed on, I would say people like you. I mean, you're one of the people at the very beginning who were part of the brainstorm and part of the creating of this project. And see us now.
Yeah, 18 years later.
18 years later. And I feel very old thinking about it.
Well, I actually don't think it's a. I think it's a source of pride and joy to see what people that won or were nominated then, what they're doing today.
Absolutely.
A lot of them have gone on to become major captains of industry.
Yes, it's something we say at the Future Awards. We like to believe, and it's not even like to believe, it's actually the fact that every time we've nominated someone, I always stop and said, show me a young person in Nigeria who is doing amazing in Nigeria and Africa. And I'll tell you someone, and I'll show that showed me that as a Future Awards nominee.
Yeah.
Either past or soon to be. And more often than not, it's always past. We always find them early. I was with Fola David last week when he opened his studio, his art academy. And he was telling me about how he was nominated for Future Awards 7 years ago.
Wow.
Everybody seems to be awake to him now.
Yeah.
We found it 7 years ago. Same thing with quite a number of people. Tunde Onokoya is hosted this year.
Yes.
Tunde Onokoya was nominated in 2019 for community action, at a time when most people didn't even know what he was doing.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of the Future Awards. We find people doing incredible things in the remote places and turn the spotlight on them.
So you've mentioned one of the hosts already, Tunde Onokoya, the chess champion.
Yes, and Guinness World Record.
Guinness World Record holder for longest gameplay.
Yeah,
I believe.
something like that.
Yeah, and you have another host, a female host as well.
We have Vicky James.
Vicky James, okay.
Vicky James was, she was last year's winner for fashion.
Oh, fantastic.
And I was telling my colleagues in the office, I said, before she won for fashion, I didn't know who Vicky James was.
Amazing.
I mean, people know her, sort of, you know, if you're in the fashion industry, and all of a sudden right now she's on every screen.
True.
I mean, you turn on Instagram or any app and Vicky James comes up. And it's a testament to the work we do at Future Awards. And she's hosting this year, which is quite incredible because, I mean, we've noticed that has happened a lot more now in recent times. So Ibakare had not won.
Yes.
But he hosted and then won the year after, you know. And we have all of that kind of energy coming into the awards. But yes, we can just
sounds like it's going to be a very fun event. The theme for the event, clothing-wise, you know, everybody looks out for what people are going to wear to the Future Awards. What is the mood board like this year?
So the theme is Golden Age Glam.
Golden Age Glam.
Yes.
So you're going all the way. You're going all out this time.
All out. It's all out. Golden Age Glamour. We want, at the end of the day, at the core of the awards is a lot of people who want to have fun. Do incredible work while having fun at it. So the team this year is supposed to allow them express all of that glamour in what we call the Golden Age for the Future Awards, because we are 18, we are 2 years or 20. So we want to start to drum up that excitement, and that's part of what informed the team.
So I want to touch on the actual judging process now, because, you know, there are a lot of awards over the years that have been, let me use the term, critiqued for the process of nominating and finding winners. I've always had the information, but for those that don't understand, how do you select the winners from the nominees?
Okay, so we have it's a three-step process. We have what we call the Central Working Committee, which is usually made up of people who are past winners and all of that, and a lot of young people who are doing incredible in their field. They may not even get nominated for Future Awards. They may not even, and that it always feels like a bit of a roadblock, because once you make it to Central Working Committee, more often than not, you almost don't get nominated. Because it now feels like people are like, yeah, there's a conflict, and a lot of people now avoid being on Central Committee, but we still have incredible Second Committee, and it's almost a 50-man team. And Central Committee, yes,
that's interesting. Yeah,
Central Committee is a large team, and they are the ones who, once the nominations, call for nominations go out, they receive all of the nominations and sieve through the nominations.
Interesting. So, over a period of how long?
It takes like 2 months.
2 months?
For them to sieve through nominations. So when they've done that, they would identify a core of, I think, 1,000 people thereabouts that are now passed on to the IAC. Now, the IAC, Independent Audit Committee, they are the ones who do the hard work of looking through each nominee to say, this person, we've checked their record. Now, Central Committee does a lot of that too, check their background records, because, again, Future Awards is about doing good. It's, first and foremost, are you changing the world? Are you doing great things in the world? So it's okay to be making money as an entrepreneur, but is your business actually adding value to people's lives? You know, and that's what we're looking for. So once they've identified these amazing people, they pass on to the IAC now sieves through a number of them and shortlists to, like, I think it's like 300 or thereabouts.
Wow, this is a long process.
It is.
Goodness.
And then that 300 is now passed on to the judges, who now sieve to 5.
Wow, 25 or
to 5 per category.
So
5 per category. And I think the total is about 125, depending on the number of awards each year. So 125 nominees thereabouts, and that's what we put out there.
Wow, what a process.
And all of these people that make up this judging IAC, so the CWC is a little less restrictive, because we have a large group there. But when we get to the IACs are professionals in their field. So each of the categories we're judging, we find professionals in that field. For example, we have the likes of Tega, who is recently president of Mavin, as one of our judges. We have the likes of Natasha, Ngobe. You have, people who are industry leaders in their field are the ones who are judging each category.
Honestly, it's an impressive take on rewarding young people. There's no bias involved here.
None.
It's such a process that you know that those winners are actually, what's the term now? They are.
It's on merit.
Yes, on merit. Everything is on merit.
Yes.
But I have to say thank you so much, Mr. Ayodeji, for coming to talk to us again.
Thank you for having me. I mean, it's a
and
pleasure to
good
be
luck with the event.
Thank you so much.
Don't worry, I'm going to be there myself. I have to figure out what to wear now. Oh, golden age glam. Goodness me. I need your help. Oh,
You can call Vicky James too.
Vicky James? No, we have our own in-house designer. Her name is Okoche.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to meet her in the kitchen.
Should send me her pictures.
She sent her picture. Don't worry, we are going to bring it. But let's head over to the kitchen. We're preparing something special in the kitchen with our chef. Let's go. Okay.
Welcome, sir. And thank you so much for joining us. Amazing talking to you about the Future Awards. So many long years, and great to see where it is now. So this is Chef Saint. He's literally been here, hard at work, putting this together. We'd like for you to try it out and let us know exactly what you think about it.
That looks good.
It
right?
Looks good. It smells really good.
It smells good, right? Now you tell us whether it tastes good.
Please tell us whether it tastes good.
Yeah.
And the presentation is
Beautiful. The way it's meant to be.
Wow.
Beautiful. In our black African pot.
Can I take the plate when I'm done?
I mean, those colors, they all come together so nicely. Really beautiful.
My wife is going to love this.
Ah.
Okay.
That's a lot of pepper, though.
That's pepper.
You look like you're used to pepper.
I'm from Ondo.
Ondo.
Okay.
Straight for the rodo. I'm like, wow. Oh, nice.
So I'm trying to eat it nicely because I'm wearing white.
Oh, yeah.
He actually said the normal way to do it is to wash your hands and dig in.
Is that so, Abi?
Yes, he said so.
Okay, that looks good.
It's good.
It hits.
Odu. He obviously cannot speak right now. You're focused on chewing. But it has been a wonderful Wednesday right here in the Wake Up Nigeria neighborhood.
Yes, of course. And tomorrow is RT Thursday. So make sure you do join us. We'll be here, same time, same station. We'll see you.
Have a great day.
Bye.